WXII 12 News at 10 on the Triad CW starts now.
From wet to wintry. Right now at 10, we are fine-tuning the forecast for our first measurable snowfall in more than a year.
I was not supposed to get up. Right now, I'm not supposed to be here talking to you guys.
An extraordinary emergency. He stopped to help a driver but needed help himself after falling 75 feet off the Yadkin River Bridge. We hear from him this evening. And the gloves are off in a high-stakes Democratic debate. It's going on as we speak in Las Vegas over on WXII.
Well, this time tomorrow, most of us are going to be seeing snow on the ground. The questions we're working to answer tonight: who's going to see it and how much are they going to get?
A lot of people curious when the show begins as well.
Yeah.
We have all kinds of advisories. We have all kinds of early dismissals, even some school closures for tomorrow. And on top of that, we have Chief Meteorologist Lainey Pope in the building tonight with a look ahead. Lainey.
Look out there right now in the streets in Mount Airy. They are dry after having some rain move through, then clearing out today. The cold air is tumbling in. We need the cold air first before we can have any snow across the area. Now the clouds are returning already, just as we'd expected. The colder air is starting to push into the area. Shades of blue there entering into the Carolinas, and there's a lot of moisture to the south and to the west. We don't have an area of low pressure or a storm system that's developed just yet, but it will in time and is going to be tracking generally in our direction. There is a change since earlier this afternoon, and that is now that winter weather advisory does include Wilkes County, Yadkin, as well as Surry County. So kind of filling in that northwestern area of our market. And you look off to the east, winter storm watches out where we expect for some of the wintry weather to be a bit higher as far as totals go and more problematic for the coastal communities. For us, with a winter weather advisory across the area, that means that we are looking at some accumulating snow in the forecast. Again, some higher totals off to the east. Right now, we're looking at 1, 2, maybe as much as 3 inches of snow in the Triad. I'm going to talk a lot more about this map coming up, so stick around.
Thanks, Lainey. And because of that map you've got there, dozens of school systems are changing their schedule up because of the winter weather. The list is scrolling at the bottom of your screen. It's also on our website and our mobile app. Now's a good time to make sure you have a snow code as well to report any delays or cancellations. We have instructions on how to do that on the homepage of WXII12.com.
Well, the folks with the State Department of Transportation are hoping for a dusting, but preparing for 6 inches or more, whatever we end up getting out of this winter forecast.
Our Brandon Bates joins us tonight from Winston-Salem to explain what they're doing to keep the roads in the Triad clear of snow and ice. Brandon?
Well, this is literally the calm before the storm. In about 24 hours, it'll be much colder, and we should have some snow here in the Piedmont Triad. Road crews doing all they can now to make sure the roads are safe for you tomorrow. With 10,000 tons of road salt on standby, the Department of Transportation isn't taking any chances.
Tomorrow morning, we're outfitting all our trucks, putting the salt spreaders on, snow plows, and then we'll be on standby and just see what the weather brings us.
Rain is expected to turn to snow overnight Thursday. That means the 200,000 gallons of brine the DOT has will not be used by road crews, as the rain would just wash it away.
If it's just rain, we'll be on standby. If it starts to snow, we'll put the trucks out on the roads and apply salt once we get enough snow on the roadway to hold the salt out there.
John Ryan and 166 other state employees will be glued to the weather conditions and ready for 12-hour shifts if needed.
Your first couple years, you probably get a little excited. After a while, you kind of dread it.
Crews will spend the day Thursday outfitting their trucks with plows and salt spreaders with one goal in mind: to keep the people on the road safe.
I think it's a gratifying feeling knowing that we're able to help provide a service, and I think that's why most people work for the state.
Ryan says they are well equipped to handle the snow coming our way, and if you have to be on the roads, please take it slow. Crews say they'll get to work at 7 a.m. They will treat it like a normal day, and then once it does start to snow in the Triad, they will send crews out when it's necessary. Reporting live in Winston-Salem tonight, Brandon Bates, WXII 12 News.
Brandon, thank you very much. In the city of Greensboro, meanwhile, the white flag is up outside the Interactive Resource Center. At least it will be tomorrow night. They're going to be opening up at 7 for anyone who needs a warm place to stay. The IRC is also asking for pre-prepared donated meals that can feed about 100 people. If you're able to help, get in touch with the IRC directly.
Communities in Randolph County could see the most snow tomorrow. EMS leaders have set up an emergency communications operations center out there, and they're bringing in extra staff. North Carolina Zoo officials will meet in the morning to assess whether it will open up to visitors. Crews loaded up four-wheelers with sand and ice melt to give zoo staff and any guests traction to be able to walk around in the snow. If the zoo decides to close, animal caretakers who are considered essential staff will still come to work, with the zoo providing them with rides.
Well, the wintry forecast is also forcing the Forsyth County Board of Elections to change its one-stop early voting hours both Thursday and Friday. Voters can stop by the 11 early voting locations from 8 until 4 tomorrow and then from 11 until 4 on Friday. Happening now in Rockingham County, the search for this man from Ruffin. Investigators say Terry Overby is wanted in connection with an assault and a kidnapping that they say happened at his home back on February 13th and 14th. Get in touch with the local sheriff's office if you know where Terry Overby is.
New tonight, we're hearing from a man who jumped off the Yadkin River Bridge to avoid getting hit by a tractor trailer in Salisbury. He didn't realize that it would be a 75-foot fall. Jeremiah Cribb is a FedEx driver and was stopped to help someone on the side of the road. He made a split-second decision when he didn't think a tractor trailer was going to stop in time. He was able to get up and walk after that fall, but he fractured his ribs and has a collapsed lung. He says, however, he does not regret stopping to help.
Unfortunately, it had to come this way with me coming off a bridge. I mean, just try to add a little humor, you know, life is too short.
Well, he says the first thing he plans to do when he gets out of the hospital is to help somebody else. First responders say they were shocked when they got there, but they were able to get him to safety and then eventually to the hospital.
42 hours after a horrifying crash on national television, Ryan Newman walked out of a hospital in Florida today holding the hands of his two young daughters. He is now back in North Carolina. A plane that may have been carrying the NASCAR star landed at Statesville Regional Airport this afternoon. He lives near Statesville and his race team is based in Concord. It is a remarkable recovery after that crash on the final lap of Monday's Daytona 500. We know that Ryan Newman will not be racing this weekend in Las Vegas. It is unclear when he will get back in the number 6 Cup car for Roush Fenway.
I think 6 Democratic presidential candidates are on the debate stage right now in Las Vegas. Former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg is among them for the first time, and he was the target right out the gate. He came under criticism for the controversial stop and frisk policy that allowed police to target Black and Latino men, as well as a history of sexism. The other hot topic early on was health care. We're going to have a full wrap up of tonight's debate over on WXI 12 News at 11.
Former Wake Forest All-American and 15-time NBA All-Star Tim Duncan is endorsing Mike Bloomberg for president. In a new campaign ad, Duncan says he's supporting Bloomberg because of his work in 2017 in the Virgin Islands after 2 Category 5 hurricanes. Duncan was born and raised in the Virgin Islands, and he was also back in Winston-Salem tonight. Chris Lee and Lauren Walsh will show us why coming up a little bit later in sports. And while Democrats are still deciding on their nominee, a new survey of North Carolina voters shows President Trump matches up better, hypothetically, against some of them than others, at least right now. Survey USA finds Michael Bloomberg with a 6-point lead over the president, with 8% still undecided. Researchers spoke with almost 2,800 people in our state between last Thursday and Sunday. Bernie Sanders also has the edge against the president by 5 points, another 5% here undecided. The president is also a few percentage points behind Joe Biden in this same poll, but he has a lead against the other 3 Democrats who appeared on the debate stage tonight in Nevada. The president and Pete Buttigieg, as you see here, are essentially running even. The president up by 1 percentage point. He leads Elizabeth Warren by 4 points in this poll with 8% undecided, and he also leads Amy Klobuchar by 4 points, but in this instance with 12% undecided.
Bloomberg's going to be in Charlotte on February 29th. He'll attend the state Democratic Party's Blue NC celebration. It'll be Bloomberg's 4th visit to North Carolina since announcing his White House run. President Donald Trump will be in the Queen City just a few days later. He plans to rally his supporters on March 2nd, the day right before North Carolina's primary.